65 Geographical explanation. Using the resources from the surrounding, man constructed houses and started living in them. Now if we take example of our place Nagpur, so some of the areas are very much crowded. For example, Itwari, Mahal or even Dharampet. So it is very crowded because basic requirements are fulfilled there. All the resources are available in those areas. So people started settling there. But with the increasing population, that area is not sufficient to adjust such a big population. So people started spreading. Previously, they were not ready to move to the faraway places. Then as there was possibility of transportation, availability of other means of transportation like bus, auto, rickshaw and all other things, people started moving to the other place. Then it started increasing in the other areas like Wardha Road or Chindwada Road. And now with the emergence of metro in this metropolitan city, as it is turning to the metropolitan city, people are ready to settle in the scarcely populated area. So in this way, people are settling in the areas at a distant area because transportation has made them possible to be connected with the other important places, and their basic resources are available in those areas also. So nowadays Nagpur also, if you have seen, it is spreading very rapidly. In the modern era of science and technology, people have made a remarkable progress in the construction of shelter. So we have now the tower system, because the place area, it is very much less as compared to the growing population, and above all, again, it is not possible for everyone to have the separate house because of the growing rates. So because keeping these things in mind, the pattern of skyscraper or the tower pattern, that means multi-storied building, is growing in towns and cities. They have even built skyscrapers. Man is thinking of constructing colonies in other planets and their satellites too in future. Why he need to think this? Because of the growing population, not only the place is very less, but the resources are also not able to overcome the extremely growing population. The demand is more and supply is becoming scarce or less, and because of this the rates are increasing. Settlements have provided man with stability. Rural settlement in the first step towards the stable life of human history. Now because of agriculture, we have seen previously, he have started settled life. So rural settlement, in this way, because agriculture was the main occupation, he have started near the agricultural areas, which give rise to rural settlement, and then slowly and steadily it turned into urban settlement. Urban settlement have evolved through the expansion and growth of rural settlement. A certain way of life is preserved in rural settlement. Increase in the population of rural settlement is the beginning of urbanization. Life in urban settlement is more dynamic. There are large-scale economic correlation between the rural and urban settlement. Now they are connected to each other. So whatever we are having in cities, various shops, various markets, various availability of things. So basically we are getting these fruits and vegetables, the basic things, or the milk from the villages nearby, where the people are engaged in these primary occupations. So they are interrelated, they are correlated. The day-to-day food requirement of urban population is fulfilled by rural settlement, because the rural people are engaged in these jobs of agriculture or animal husbandry. So requirement are fulfilled by these people. Modernization, science and technology lead to the transformation of both type of settlement. Now types of settlement and the characteristic of their distribution can be described as follows. So according to the study of various type of settlement, it is distributed into various categories like scattered settlement, nucleated settlement, linear settlement. So let us go through all these in detail. Now scattered settlement. Scattered means far away, lam lam jam. In scattered settlement, houses are few and far away from each other. Generally, such settlements are found in the area of high relief, dense forest, grassland, hot desert, extensive agriculture land, etc. So, when the people in the villages are engaged in the agriculture work, so large piece of land is under agriculture, so houses set are far away at a distance, even where the availability of basic resources is not there, where nearby jungles are there or hot deserts are there also very scarce settlement is there, so number of houses are very less and they are far away. So this is called scattered settlement. Scattered means far away. Distance between scattered settlement can be clearly seen. These settlements have limited population and in small hamlets. That means छोटे छोटे खेडे गावं असतात. Facilities and services in this settlement are not adequate. That means whatever is required, whatever things are available easily in the urban areas, such picture is not seen in these scattered settlements. All these settlements are closer to the nature, they are free from pollution. They depend on the centrally located village for their day-to-day requirement. So, whatever things they require in a specific area, among those houses, they are available. So, when we go to a small village or such scattered place, we will see कि आठवडी बाजार असतो, एक छोटासा market area असतो where the day-to-day requirements are fulfilled. Next is nucleated settlements. These settlements are generally close to water sources like brook, rivulets, rivers, lake, reservoirs, etc. Now brook means ओढा, rivulets means streams. छोटेसे एक ओढा जैसा स्ट्रीमच ज्याला म्हणतात नदीचा एक भाग. Lakes, reservoirs. Now reservoirs are natural or artificial lake. It can be a natural or artificial, large. They are larger than the lakes. In the desert of Rajasthan, we find nucleated settlement near assured sources of water, fertile plains, transport hubs, and mining centers. Commercial centers often led to the development of this type of settlement. Besides these reasons, defense, health, education, and other social and religious factors can also give rise to nucleated settlement. Now here example is given in the desert region of Rajasthan. So wherever the source of water is there we will see few houses, and then again at a distance wherever the sources of water is there we will find the few houses. So this is the nucleated settlement. Here the houses are very close to each other and then in a form of bunches. At some place you will see houses together, then there will be space and again you will have houses. So characteristic, in this settlement houses are close together, social services are available in this settlement. As this settlement develop in certain places over certain period of time, they attain particular shape. Roads are narrow in the old parts of this settlement. People from different caste, religion, race and ideologies live together in this settlement and hence they have a better social life. So as we have the example of the Itwari and Mahal region, there the roads are very small. All the basic resources are available there. There are various type of social gathering. मंदिर आहेत तिथे, जे काही लागणारे डे टू डे लाईफ आहे ते आहे, but the roads are very narrow and very closer. The houses are constructed very close to each other. Now next is linear settlement. Linear settlement are seen along the roads, railways, river, sea coast and in the foothill region. This type of settlement are narrow in shape and they spread along the straight line. Characteristic, linear. Linear म्हणजे एका लाईनीत, in a line. The word itself indicates what linear settlement is said to be. So in the picture also we can see the linear settlement, एका रांगेत. ऑन द बँक्स ऑफ द रिवर वी कॅन सी लिनियर सेटलमेंट. रेल्वे लाईनच्या आजूबाजूला आपण गावाला जाताना बघतो घरं असतात, तर ते एका रांगेमध्ये असतात. सी कोस्ट ऑर ॲट द फूट हिल्स. सो कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ लिनियर सेटलमेंट, houses in this settlement are along the single line. As this settlement grow in a course of time, multiple lines emerge. So along the railway track also many times we see the houses, so they are in a straight line. Roads are parallel to each other. Beside houses some shops can be seen. These settlements grow along with the roads. For example, such settlements are found along the coastal track, major river and national or state highway in other countries. So in this way these are the linear settlements. Page number 66. Always remember factors influencing the location of human settlement. So on which factors the settlement is influenced or it is dependent? Physical factor is physiography, land and soil, climate, water supply and river bank. So basic requirements are fulfilled here. Physiography means how the soil is, how the climate is, how the land is. So accordingly the basic requirement, the basic thing, agriculture is possible. That's why the basic requirement of food and shelter is fulfilled. That's why there we will see the physical characteristic. Then cultural, the defense, health, education, tourism, historical significance, again these. Now when we talk about defense, that means security is more important, health and education, so it should be nearby. Tourism, now tourism, because tourism leads to the job opportunities. If the place is having the importance of history or it is historical place or tourist place, so people are visiting, so variety of occupation flourish there, people gets job. That's why these settlement are seen there. Then economics, irrigation, occupation, transport and communication, industries, trade and government office. So these are the factors which influence the location of human settlement. Student, it is very easy lesson. You just have to go through the 3 different types of settlement, read the characteristic in detail. Question answer are given. Please write it down in your copies. Thank you.